Talk on the block. You know, usually on Wednesday we kind of open up the lines a bit there to allow you to speak to issues in your community or any issues of concern to you. Somebody's on my telephone. Hello.
Yes, Matt, I am. Matt, I heard Scarrett saying that he would get the principal or whoever of the college to give, or the grammar school or whatever, to give Mr. Lennox Linton certificate. But it has been years now since people said he haven't got a degree. And he haven't shown us that he haven't got, if he have it or if he haven't got it. And what we would like him to do with Mr. Lennox Linton and Mr. Thompson Fountain and Mr. Isaac Joseph is a debate. That is where we want, that is what we want him to do. We don't want him to get a certificate from anybody. When it was said that Mr. President Obama didn't have a birth certificate from America, he went down to the country of his birth, to the state of his birth, and he showed the world that he had a birth certificate from the state of his birth. So
I've been doing some investigations on that, and I put somebody independent to, of course, explore that for me. He did some investigations, and the school reported that Mr. Scarrett had a degree in English and a minor in psychology. That was just a few days ago. Okay? The person said, man, I'm going to investigate, and I can trust that person. You know, very, very close colleague of mine. And he did some investigation and reported back to report that Mr. Scarrett had a degree in English and psychology. Hello, talk to me. 111.
Blessings to you, my brother.
How you doing?
I call for the haters, Matt, and those who threatening murder. Matt, can you imagine threatening the air of it being breathed, Matt? Can you imagine threatening water of drowning it, Matt? Can you imagine threatening fire with burning it, Matt? How can you threaten life with death? Life is eternal. And there's only one life, Matt. They're not individual lives. And, Matt, can you threaten a seed with it being sown? It is symbolic when you sow a seed. It's like the burial of a person, but we said that they remain in the grave until judgment. That's not true. The feminine side of you, Matt, gives you the ability to give birth to your mother with a woman that has nothing to do with a blood relative. And everybody's saying you take nothing by your mother, nothing by your father. Matt made his mother. So, Matt, that is what I know, and it's not a false sense of hope, you know, Matt. That is the reality of life. So man can fear me with killing me. So when I listen to people trying to intimidate you, my brother, you have children. I saw your son enter the studio a few times, and I'm watching him. I say, bravo, Coco, Matt. You replace yourself already, and by the time he gives birth, everybody says, that's one that is Matt. That is the real Matt. Matt, what goes around comes around. Life is a cycle. And in closing, my brother, let Roosevelt Scarrett feed on the ignorance of the people and all those who are aiding and abetting him. The monsters. We have a monster and we have a parliamentary body they refer to as government, Matt. And maybe 80 or 90% of them are monsters Dominicans have created. But, Matt, they say we have over 70-something thousand Dominicans. Imagine creating 40 or 50,000 monsters. The balance of that cannot sustain the onslaught of these 50,000 monsters we are creating by depriving them, Matt, from basic necessities, employment, education, food, clothing, shelter. Matt, watch Dominica, Matt. Have a blessed day.
Have a blessed day. Let's take another phone call. Hello.
Hey, Matt, good afternoon. Now, this morning, while I called you, was I entered a new service area, so we got cut off now.
Okay.
Like I said this morning to you, prayer is the key that opens heaven gate, and we are praying for you. So you have nothing to worry about. They can come with 45, they can come with 9 millimeter, and aim at you. Don't let that bother you. At the end of the day, our main focus right now is to sanitize or to clean up all this rottenness, all this child molesters, we have to make sure we put them in their rightful place, Matt. And that's what we are all about. We are looking for nothing than just to put them in their rightful place, Matt. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you too. Thank you too. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Matt. How are you?
Good.
Matt, you said your friend told you that Skerrit has a major in English and a minor in psychology.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a degree? I know of associate degree, master's degree, and a PhD. You said he had a major in English and a minor in psychology. At what university? That's what your friend did not tell you.
I'll give you I'll give you the university in a minute. Then I'm on 1:15 is the morning time. Hello.
Matt,
Mm-hmm.
this is the man Blessing that spoke to you that's supposed to have a degree and a doctorate. Dr. Blessings, have a nice day because he can speak.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think there are a lot more important issues to be discussing than that we worried about this so-called degree. There are many people with degrees that sound like what? I'll leave you to answer that. Okay. Blessings does not have a degree, does he? Don't you think he deserves one? 449309596. Hello, talk to me.
Pleasant peaceful afternoon to you and the listening public.
Mm-hmm.
This morning, Mr. Shillingford wanted to know what Dominicans needed. Let me tell him what we need. Honesty, truthfulness, justice, peace and tranquility, love for all, and nobody should be exempted above the law. We should not be hypocrites and double standard. Yes, I concur with what Bishop said, but action follows words. Our children are sexually abused and bruised right in the church for years, and we know it, and most times keep silent and play a blind eye. Who is investigating the police when so much corruption is going on in the highest security of our island? Who will guard the guard? I believe the parrot should be removed from our flag. Count the amount of hot, spicy topics we have had that we spoke about. How much results did we achieve? Honestly, my expectations are zero. I'm not optimistic. We are too short, too flum, and parents should speak for their children, because the very same parents that have their mouth closed and believe their children are not being abused, they might be very wrong to know the children are being abused without they are even aware of it. Thank you very much and have a good rest.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
You're watching WICE Q95 TV. Stay tuned for Caribbean music, news, entertainment, drama, creative Caribbean video, and happening cultural events. Only on WICE Q95 TV.
I just love Q95.
You're watching WICE Q95 TV. Stay tuned for Caribbean music, news, entertainment, drama, creative Caribbean video, and happening cultural events. Only on WICE Q95 TV.
I just love Q95.
You're watching WICE Q95 TV. Stay tuned for Caribbean music, news, entertainment, drama, creative Caribbean video, and happening cultural events. Only on WICE Q95 TV.
I just love Q95.
You're watching WICE Q95 TV. Stay tuned for Caribbean music, news, entertainment, drama, creative Caribbean video, and happening cultural events. Only on WICE Q95 TV.
I just love Q95.
You're watching WICE Q95 TV. Stay tuned for Caribbean music, news, entertainment, drama, creative Caribbean video, and happening cultural events. Only on WICE Q95 TV.
I just love Q95.
You're watching WICE Q95 TV. Stay tuned for Caribbean.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
People cannot mix ends meet. Where are they getting that kind of money to give to the parents of that child? They're embarrassing that. What is really happening to us? We have been the laughing stock of the Caribbean. It sickens.
It does, Copal. Thank you. 1:21 is the afternoon time. This is Talk on the Block. We're going to come back.
Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 90.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
Yeah, talk to me here.
Yes, my brother. What's up, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay, my brother, if you recall on your archive, I am the cavalryman that usually call for sports stadium for this, for that, and it's only the children. And I've been warning the lying mothers. And I have no apology on that. I want to applaud that mother for refusing that half lifetime money that could give her a house, clean up her backyard, give her provision and vegetables, whatever, on a stand in a yard, and say no to it. The man have been talking about the children too much. Let us know those in society that is butchering those they do not have to butcher. So I applaud the mother, and I'm calling on the set of lying mothers, those who took it on the table, over the table. But if it's me, everybody would have rejoiced and see your son of your whatever, you know, they caught him. You understand? So let's not put it behind the table. Let us put it on the table. And those that are saying that the Prime Minister is going to do this and that, now the case lies on the Commissioner. It is in his hand. So see, and we did not know who caught the President tires in the police station. So let us look at it. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. It's 1:25 in the afternoon. This is Q95 Radio. We're coming back.
Q Classifieds. Get more value for your money, more bang for your buck. Advertise on Q95. Get even more value when you advertise on Q Classifieds. Property for sale, lease, homes, business premises, car rentals, job vacancies, hotel and restaurant services, tours, finance and insurance services, and more. Advertise on Q Classifieds. Advertise your audio or videos, scripts, flyer information, notices, and more. Advertise on Q Classifieds. Everyone's listening. Get the word out to local, regional, and worldwide listeners in real time. Advertise on Q Classifieds, your channel for quick results. Advertise on Q Classifieds. Right on Q.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Right on cue.
Just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Entertainment, drama, creative Caribbean video, and happening cultural events. Only on WICE Q95 TV.
I just love Q95.
Q95. You're watching WICE Q95 TV. Stay tuned for Caribbean music, news, entertainment, drama, creative Caribbean video, and happening cultural events. Only on WICE Q95 TV.
I just love Q95.
Q95. You're watching WICE.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love Q95.
Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue. Right on cue.
I just love Q95. I love
To the people of Dominica, people of Concord and Margaret, the people of Salisbury, and the people of Dominica at home and abroad.
How serious, Leonard Clinton, are you taking these reports?
Very seriously, Matt. The young children of Dominica are in significant ways the future of this country. Adults have a responsibility to protect young children, to nurture them, to raise them up, to give them the guidance they need, and to keep them safe. To keep them safe on the protection of the rule of law that does not waver. And we believe it is unacceptable for adults to be shirking the responsibility to act decisively and to demand justice, where our young children are abused, they're injured, they're traumatized by what we consider to be unforgivable adult assaults on their humanity. We believe sincerely, Matt, that we're a better country than that, and we need to get with the program. This continuing abuse of young children, these continuing sexual atrocities, these brutal assaults on the children of Dominica, it has to stop. It has to stop. And every so often we hear reports of another incident, and very disturbingly to us, incidents come up, reports emerge, and then all of a sudden the matter goes away because either it is not pursued or somebody got some money and the case goes away and the problem continues. We need to get into the parliament at the first opportunity this year. As a matter of fact, I believe it requires us, and we believe that strongly in the United Workers' Party, it requires us to have an emergency meeting of the parliament just for the purpose of revisiting the Sexual Offences Act and other pieces of legislation that involves the protection of our young children from the kind of abuse that they continue to suffer in this country. And we have the situation now, Matt, it's been on the radio for the past couple of days. Persons of influence, persons of trust in political and business circles, alleged to have been involved in the sexual molestation of a minor. And we've heard over the past days concerns from the public that the case could disappear somewhere between a combination of police indifference and hush money. That disturbs us because we believe, as I said, that the offenses against of that nature need to be prosecuted to the full extent of the law, consistent with who we are. We are a God-fearing nation. We are the Isle of Beauty, the Isle of Splendor. We are the Isle to also sweet and fair. It must be sweet and fair for our children as well, so that they grow up in the responsibility of taking care of the land of their birth, of excelling on the world stage, of making Dominica proud, of lifting it up and being happy to be part of this wonderful nation. They're not going to get there if we continue to subject them to these atrocities. That is the concern we have. That is why we need a meeting of the minds. We need to go to Parliament.
You think that has to be urgent at this time?
Yeah, Matt. We need to go to Parliament and fix the legislation to make the sanctions tighter, to make people to get some deterrence firmly enshrined in law, so that people don't believe they have an easy pass or they can get away easily when they do that sort of thing to young children. And then we need to bring the law enforcement officials on board with us in the Parliament and the leadership of church and the civil society organizations as well, so that we can have an agreement on more effective ways to defeat the scourge of child abuse. It is going from bad to worse, and we need to arrest it.
But did you hear the Prime Minister?
Yeah, the Prime Minister indicated that he was going to act decisively. I welcome that statement from the Prime Minister that he's going to act decisively. I hope it means for him the same thing that it means for me. He was the one who made the statement. But then the Prime Minister spoke about making whatever interventions he needs to make and so on. I hope he's not suggesting interference in the work of the police. I hope he understands that the police must be allowed to do their work without let or hindrance in this matter and other law enforcement matters and other matters of justice as well, so that we continue to emerge as the law-abiding, peace-loving community that we are supposed to be. If we let this get away from us and we allow ourselves to be on the receiving end of the law of the jungle, nobody will like to live in this country. And so, yes, the Prime Minister has indicated he's going to act decisively once he's briefed. And yes, Mr. Prime Minister.
I'm getting some disturbing reports here to indicate, and that's why I'm going to put it in the form of a question. Prime Minister, did you make any phone calls at all to anybody in New York about this particular incident? I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm hoping that the Prime Minister can speak to that very question I just asked. Did he make any phone calls to anybody in New York related to family members about this particular incident? I'm going to leave it open like that, Lennox. I'm hearing that several phone calls were made, and that's why I'm putting it in the form of a question. PM, did you make any phone calls to New York as it relates to that particular incident? I'm going to leave it as open as that.
But Matt, you should do better than that. You should try to, from the media practice perspective, as somebody who's been following this, you should try to get in touch directly with the Prime Minister and put the question to him, because you would have noted that the public of Dominica, the people of Dominica, are not at all happy about the likelihood that this case could go away because people were paid money. You understand what I'm talking about?
I am following. I'm hearing reports.
To the extent, I would think that the Prime Minister would include in his decisive action that says clearly, listen, this sending away of cases with hush money is not acceptable to the Prime Minister, nor is it acceptable to the government that he leads, to the party that he leads. And so we can now, at the leadership level in the Parliament, be on the same wavelength where that is concerned, because I myself have heard some very disturbing revelations on the offers that have been made and so on for this case to go away. It is justice that needs to be served, not another one swept under the carpet, not another act of abuse of a minor in Dominica swept under the carpet.
All right, we'll have to continue. Thank you very much, Lennox Linton. Thank you very much. All right, God bless you too. That was Lennox Linton. Now let's listen to the Prime Minister on the very matter.
On the domestic front, I am aware of widespread concerns among the population concerning alleged inappropriate behavior on the part of 3 adults in positions of trust and influence in our society. I wish to state at this point and from this stage tonight that I have only just returned to Dominica, and I'm looking forward as early as tonight to a full briefing from the acting Prime Minister and all relevant office holders with whom I would normally confer after a long period of absence from the country. When I am brought up to speed with all what would have transpired during my absence, and also that which is in the social, political and economic melting pot at this time, I will act decisively on any and all matters requiring my attention and intervention.
The Youth Minister.
All right, thank you very much. 1:44 is the afternoon time. So you have the Prime Minister saying that he will, once he get all the reports on his table, will intervene in the appropriate way. All right? It's 1:44. It continues to unfold. Hello.
Yeah, man, quickly.
To you, sir.
Blessings. You can be decisive, he talk about, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
You can be decisive in disrupting or remedying or addressing something for some just result. So, being decisive after the briefing, taking decisive actions, and then you're asking a question there about the calls that are being made. Could it be that there is some if that is the case, Matt, could it be there's some possible interference, Matt?
You are the one saying that I'm asking the Prime Minister a question?
No, I'm not.
No, but it's fair comment, but I'm just saying you are the one saying it.
Yes, sir, not you. I'm not asking you to comment on my
Oh, you just asking a question?
A question, because knowing, and Matt, there is a trend. The sequence of that behavioral pattern from whether scary to all of them, Matt, could it be your decisiveness is to make it disappear, or to bring some justice to the child that has been violated? And Matt, a lot of us take second about, imperfection. I am not perfect. Matt, if I cut you with a sharp instrument, you will bleed. If I hit you with a blunt instrument, it might give you some internal bleeding, or it might break your bone. Matt, if you're hot and thirsty, you need water. If you're hungry, you need food. If you touch a live wire, Matt, you'll be electrocuted. What is perfection? Why do we have to link up perfection with morality? I am perfect. If you're missing a leg, if you're missing an eye, or something like that, an arm, then there's some imperfection. But let us stop using our weaknesses. We yield to temptation and talking about we are imperfect. We are perfect beings, but guess what? We are weak. We are weak, Matt, and going and committing those atrocities against these innocent children, Matt. Give me a brick. When you're thirsty, you drink water. And if you are tempted at a little child, a young girl, and you yield to it, that does not make you imperfect. That makes you weak and carnal and a pervert. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you very much. Hello.
Matt.
Mm-hmm.
How you doing, my brother?
All right.
Did I hear the Prime Minister mention about 3 people, Matt? Matt, I need a little clarification, because from following you on Kalai, I'm understanding about 2 persons And now I'm listening to the Prime Minister, who was recently briefed, Matt, because he just came in yesterday, as far as I understood, and he's saying that as far as he understood, there are about 3 people. So I need.
But as far as we're hearing at this stage, the stories may be changing as we speak. So monitor this one, Brian, very, very closely. Hello.
Good afternoon.
To you, sir.
You was attacked yesterday after I left the office or something?
What time was that?
Yesterday after I spoke to you, I tell you they can't deal with you because you.
Oh, no, that was before. That was before, my brother.
Oh, okay.
That was before.
But Matt.
Yes.
Don't the Prime Minister have alleged sexual charges against him to answer to?
Where is that?
Huh?
Where?
But they have cases against Lennox for accusing them.
Well, you'll have to ask Lennox about that. I don't know about that part of it, okay? So, but the case is now before the court, and I suspect that you want to, you understand the word sub judice, right? If it's before the court, you try to stay away from making comments. It's 1:49. Hello, talk to me.
Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 95. Every day, Monday to Friday. Exploring the sights, sounds, happening talk on the blocks, healthy lifestyles, and culture of Dominica. Enjoy daily giveaways of valuable products and services from leading businesses on the Nature Island of the Caribbean. Stay locked and immerse yourself in the breathtaking views from above the undulating hills and valleys, and in the magnificent marine adventures beneath our Caribbean Sea. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951 on Live 95, only on the big station. Get a taste of the enchanting Creole and indigenous cuisine and lifestyles of the charming people of Dominica. Experience the dynamic rhythms of our culture, music, and entertainment, our vibrant, unique niche agribusiness products, our refreshing range of colorful flowers, and the fabulous foliage in our horticulture. Explore the prolific life-sustaining values of our natural foods, herbal teas, spices, and medicines. All this and more on Nature Island Cruise 951. Every day, Monday to Friday on Live 95. Only on the big station. Only on Q95.
On the domestic front, I am aware of widespread concerns among the population concerning alleged inappropriate behavior on the part of 3 adults in positions of trust and influence in our society. I wish to state at this point and from this stage tonight that I have only just returned to Dominica, and I'm looking forward as early as tonight to a full briefing from the acting Prime Minister and all relevant office holders with whom I would normally confer after a long period of absence from the country. When I am brought up to speed with all what would have transpired during my absence, and also that which is in the social, political, and economic melting pot at this time, I will act decisively.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the dance party of a lifetime. The 2016 Oldies Dance Party. Sunday, March 27th, Easter Sunday from 9 p.m. at Club Retro in the heart of the city. Your DJs, Mr. Mix, DJ Max,
Just about 6 minutes to the hour of 1 o'clock.
Before you trust him with your daughter, plus him will even try to take your son as brother. Watch it make me duck him with some dirty water. You can't hide no more now, you have to meet your karma. If you know say it's a go on and turn a blind eye, then your judgment a go pile up out a mile high. Get suicidal if you think it's a go save you, because me sure say you not go get fishy the savior. Me just can't find a name for your behavior. It's a lucky thing we got a nosy neighbor. Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my father. Ooh, Daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my father. When you feel like giving up, just shake it off and live it up. The most I will deliver you. Can't jump the rope if you not try. So wipe that tears there from your eye. Get the wings of confidence to make you fly. Tribulations are just to make you stronger. Love yourself and it will help you forget over. Any flesh where hurt a little youth will never prosper. I'm passing on the message from the master. Every day I wonder why my daddy had to be the one to take away my innocence. Oh, sometimes I wanna die. It feels like no one cares for me, and it's evident that something must be wrong with me. I'm not as happy as I seem to be. The long showers I take don't wash away the memories. Why do I have to face these tragedies? We go through struggles in life. I'm aware what to have my daddy touching me. That's just not fair. Stop him from destroying my future. Believe me, he's behaving like a creature. Daddy, don't touch me there. gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my father. Ooh, daddy, don't touch me there. I'm gonna tell on you one day, I swear. Can't you see I'm scared? You're supposed to be my father. Every day I wonder why my daddy had to be the one to take away my innocence. Oh, sometimes I wanna die. It feels like no one cares for me, and it's evident.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the dance party of a lifetime. The 2016 Oldies Dance Party. Sunday, March 27th, Easter Sunday from 9 p.m.